May has been the best month for free games this year so far. It's the first time that I've had a few dilemmas or which games to include on the list. So for the first time, I'll give out a few honorable mentions along the best 5 games at the end of the video. With that said, please enjoy the best games that May had to offer. Our first game today is Never Split the Party, a nice little roguelike dungeon crawler that's played as a 4-player co-op experience. Explore 5 progressively difficult floors with 425 unique rooms that can spawn along with powerful upgrades. In the free version you can only play as 2 classes, the fighter and the cleric, while others are hidden behind a paywall. But it doesn't matter, these 2 are more than sufficient for good amounts of fun. Among classes, each player is assigned a different role in a team, each very important in its own way. So, get your squad and enjoy this refreshing free experience. Next on the list is Neon Beats, a 2D platform rhythm game. It only has 3 levels, but they're crazy fun. It's similar to Geometry Dash in a lot of ways. A little more forgiving since you have a lot of checkpoints around the level. But the game has a lot more unique and fun mechanics. Not much else to say about it really. Hopefully the gameplay speaks for itself. If you like these types of games, you'll absolutely love this one. Had enough platformers? Well, too bad, cause the next game is exactly that. Birdgut is a game with a very interesting and unique story. You are born as a deformed bee, thrown out of your nest and then eaten by a bird. In the bird's stomach, you discover a brainwashed bug colony that works for the bird. You'll find that a bird's gut has a lot of very interesting traps too. Does the story sound absolutely ridiculous to you? Probably, but it's pretty unique and fun. It's real well drawn, and it has some incredible mechanics to make the game an absolute blast to play. It's also pretty lengthy for a free game of this kind, around 2.5 hours long. It's also fun to see your bug get absolutely annihilated to pieces every time he dies. It's not frustrating at all, and it's all around good fun. If you want a unique platform that should probably cost money instead of being free, definitely check it out. Absolutely mental for a one-man project. Next up, we have a visual novel. Missed Messages is an interactive love horror story about daily life and depression that features 4 different endings. Apart from phenomenal character design, well-drawn visuals and great writing, there is not too much to say without spoilers. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's a sweet experience worth having. Apart from the game, you can also check out the development process behind it as well, which is pretty fun to watch. A warm recommendation from me. Before the last game, a few honorable mentions. Late City Riders is a game in which you jump into other cars after crashing yours. It plays exactly like you see it on your screens. It has a few very unique levels and the concept is so fun and insane. It almost made the list, but it's still worth your time, especially if you like challenges. And my next and final honorable mention is Neon Boost. Yes, another Neon game. It's been a trend for months now. It's not on the list since it's pretty similar to some other games from the last few months. It's still a pretty fun FPS platformer in which you use your weapon as your biggest strength and tool. Also features some great music and visuals. If you like what you see, give it a shot. And finally, our last game today is Feud. A very unique turn-based strategy game. It's pretty easy to learn. Just like chess, you need to keep your king alive and unisolated, though in a different way. It has a health bar and a different supporting cast. Also, the board is completely full of characters and is somewhat smaller. You can play solo, against an online opponent, or even against your brother or friend in the same room. It's a pretty fun and unique game that I definitely recommend for all fans of board and tactical games. And that's it. The 7 games I just showed you aren't actually the only games we're playing that were released in May. There was so much to choose from, but alas, I committed to showing you these 7. Hope you liked my recommendations and make sure to like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed. Until next time, sayonara!